I just need you to know that you are the most beautiful goddess I've ever laid eyes on. The pain that I feel is only because of the love being an absolute reality. So, the facts that at a certain time in my life, I decided to think of it all. I realized I would never wish to lose you. I find myself pushing you away also, like I don't want you to get too clingy to me, knowing that I honestly too, Abba, do not desire to live in false realities and unjustified success of failed union. I do see a brighter future. I do see equality. Why did you just go for that little something, Dave? Because it already exists. It's just the thought of mine is really corrupted. I refuse to be a person that stand there and depict a picture of I am a pastor, knowing that I'm a Jew, knowing that what I tell to you is going to come from something jotted, and not from I was there during the concepts of, you understand me? I'm like you, just trying to figure shit out day by day, moment by moment, I guess. When things go really well for me, I feel like the Almighty's answering prayer. You understand? I don't really believe in coincidences when it comes to appreciations of mine, because if I truly appreciate it, I'm almost guaranteed to justify the source. In this realm, I has yet to figure out how to be truly immortal and share it with you. You understand? So all I can do during this lifetime is shower you with gifts and wisdom and hope that the knowledge I spread is actually something that not only can be grasped, but can be a success. I take a lot of time to myself, but it's really not out of I hate humans. I love me. And whatever it is that I am, as is you. And, a little more fantastic, even aliens, somehow trying to figure out the language and watching for reactions and, Either way, Facebook is really awesome. I do get carried away with my jots, but because I've always been a writer, I've always also been creative, and I've always been a success where, as adulthood would be concerned, I'm good there. I's my God. Like, the large shit, as Masonic as it's gonna get, don't really follow religion but respects it, you understand me, because it does sometimes equal to a more positive being, and that part of religion is really sexy. The whole driving a sword between it and separating you and making you believe like in my thought of mine, gods and goddesses, it's like if I'm going to separate that, I already said gods and goddesses now. Like, no, they're all gods, like just that in the flesh, you're a female. Flesh of a male. But in the next, we're gods. Even your voice, you talk so much that sometimes your conscience will speak back to you in the voice that you hear, between your ears. But my point is, the connection to the flesh is easy to do. So it's being done so much that racism still exists. It is 2017, and yet humans are still looking at one another like you are my enemy somehow, or I love you, so stay away from certain things. Now, realize that we're living in a union. So there's like a bigger picture, and the bigger picture is failing the individual. You understand? I believe that if we do sexy shit, the individual will do as it is for the entire nation. I'm not conceited, I'm vain. I'm not like you. I'm sane. You'll figure it out eventually. I love you. I hope that's what it is, because once again, that's just a word. And what I mean is, the thing that I feel, it feels like I, in language, need to have this continue. Like actual solitude. Like if I was never taught to be creative or taught to admire like a direction, because you know babies be like blah 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 blah. If it stayed that, life would be really fucking boring. Oh my god! Thank God for communication. 2017. There's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's Snapchat, there's all that stuff. Start supporting one another in a different kind of retrospect. Like, stop hating. If you ain't got nothing good to say, like, say it on your own personal space, but don't go chasing after or presenting it directly, because that is cyberbullying. And I say a lot of shit like, you know, you're just soft, you're just this and that. Coming up black is like coming up military, you know. Curse words doesn't really bother you. Also, being hit just makes you pissed off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it doesn't take you down. You feel what I'm saying? So maybe I'm just built differently, but freedom of speech can get carried away, but it's kind of hard to call that bullying. You have to teach the individual that no matter what someone says, no matter what it is that, well, no, it does matter what people do, but no matter what someone says, you know, like, fuck what they saying. I'm good. You know, I love me. Listen to what you're saying. Listen to how you carry yourself. Stop thinking that love is like a real thing, like you can say, I love Tina, I love Samantha, and Samantha's going to love you back. No, you might be loving Samantha while being around Emily, and Emily is falling madly in love with you because she see how much pursuit you're putting into Samantha, and now to me is on board, and she's like, listen, she's like Emily's friend, and Emily's talking about how you're like this and that, and then, you know, maybe they run into a hater that's saying that you're wasting your time, and oh, she's a hoe, and this and that, and blah blah blah. But love is this. To me, I might step to you real. Look, bitches are saying mad foul shit. You want to just do our thing and see where it goes. And you're like madly in love with the person you're pursuing, but you give to me a chance. Now you being with to me is making the person that you was madly chasing start looking like, yo, what's up? Come visit. Because that's how it is sometimes. Remember, you're attractive. There's sometimes Psalm 23. It's all you gotta remember when it comes to life. You hurt yourself over once, but showing your desires can get you what you need. Love you.